Normally, when working with some addictions, I like to do it in 6 sessions, 6 step, you could say. And then I go into accountability with a daily check-in, and then sessions as and when they need. Because with addicts and alcoholics, you need commitments. I say, look, I need 6 sessions, and just to get them ready, showing them all that I know, that'll help them. So the first thing I'm doing, as I'm doing all the time with NLP, is I'm using the meta pattern, meaning that I'm bringing up the state, the problem state, inverted commas, I'll break state, then the outcome state, how they want to be. That's key. So I'm doing that all the time, conversationally. So I'll say, now, what's it like now? What are you feeling now? Normally feeling, I want to get it in here, somatic. Then I'll say something like, can you smell popcorn? Something to totally distract them. And then I'll say, now, imagine, notice the word imagine, that's highly hypnotic. Imagine what it'll be like once you're in recovery. What will that be like? So another part of the brain lights up, the outcome state or the solution state. Then, with outbreaking state, I get them to go back and think about the problem they had. Notice my past tense, what they had. So hopefully, I'm just going into this for the layman as well. So that's the meta pattern. I'm doing that all the time. I can do it formally. I'll just do it conversationally like I'm doing now. Like even here, look at my hands. I'll go like, think how you're feeling now. So that's anchoring here. And then I'll go forget about that. And then I'll point here. Then when I do that, I'm anchoring it. I can point there, and the client unconsciously will pick up on that. So that's the first thing. Meta pattern. That's probably one of it's the technique I use in NLP. And it's not used enough or taught enough, in my humble opinion. Then I'm anchoring. Anchoring is like Pavlov with his spaniels when they rang the bell, when he fed them. It's classical conditioning. And then one day he didn't feed them, he rang the bell and they salivated. And I'm doing that. I'm trying to set up good anchors. Maybe like I might touch them, obviously with their permission, or like so that's a kinesthetic anchor. I might do spatial anchors like pointing, or I might do tonality anchors as well, using my voice. And I usually get them to look for a power word, like imagine what you're looking for in that drug. And normally it's one of 3 big words: peace, joy, love. And I get them to imagine what it's like. Or when they do, I will say, imagine that word. They go, oh yeah. So I've got that going. Moving on quickly, I'll use the visual squash, which is one of my favourite NLP techniques when there's conflict. So the client goes, well, Andy, on one hand, I love my drugs, but on the other hand, I need to stop because it's killing me. There's conflict. Then I'll go, right, what's in this hand? What's in this hand? I will scale it up to its highest intention without getting again too technical and making this very fast. And then hypnotically, I'll get the client to say, right, imagine how it's going to be like when you recover, right? Bit of embedded command there. And then they'll close their eyes and then hypnotically using idiomotor signals, the hands will come together. That's very powerful. And I've seen massive change using that. Obviously, I use hypnosis all the time, usually conventional hypnosis at the end of every session, just in bed. I'll teach my clients self-hypnosis so they can go away and hypnotize themselves every day. What else have I got? I take notes. Of course, I've got things such as, you see, I don't edit this. I don't know how to edit. I'm a great hypnotist, but I'm not a very good content creator. I also use what's on this channel, the triangle, those like peripheral vision, soft jaw, tongue drop. That really helps with cravings. So they can get themselves in a really nice state. And another one, which I'll show in another video, is the shoulder raise, when the clients will very gently raise their shoulders. This is one of my favourite techniques, but I'm going to do another video about that because, again, it's a wee bit technical, and so I'll have to explain what we do there. So to recap, in NLP, the NLP techniques I use most of is the meta pattern. I will use, what else do I use? Anchoring. I'm always reframing as well, always reframing, always. I'm using a lot of hypnotic language to embed stuff. I will use the visual squash, conversational hypnosis I mentioned before, conventional hypnosis as well, self-hypnosis, and basically whatever else works, like nutrition as well. It's a big part of what I do nowadays. So I'm not just a one-trick pony with hypnosis. I'll use NLP, addiction counselling, nutrition. All I care about is getting the client where they need to be, and that's in a place of recovery.